What is up, Nerf Nation? I'm Naptown Nerf, and this is an unboxing and review of the Nerf Mega Tri-Break. Alright, you guys, so this is the newest blaster in the Mega line. Pretty sweet little pistol, I think. Looks pretty awesome, and that's why I picked it up. I wasn't originally going to pick this one up because when it came out, only Amazon had it, and they were trying to sell it for like $27, $28 or something crazy like that. But it is actually retailing for just $15, so you should be able to pick it up at your Target or Walmart or a retailer of choice now for about that price. So this is essentially a Mega Triad, which is a 3-shot Smart AR system. So it's pretty cool, and it has a sweet little gimmick, which is the break part of it, and we'll get into that further when we get it open. So let's go ahead and flip it over here and see if there's any range claims. I'm not seeing any range claims off the top, but you can kind of see the break action thing that I hinted to there, and it is a Jolt style blaster. So yes, it is a Jolt reskin. So let's go ahead and crack this thing open. Alright, so it comes with the blaster, your 3 mega darts, and some directions. We'll throw those away. Alright, so to load this thing, we're going to have to break her open, which is this front button here, which you push that, and that allows the front part of the shell to open there, so that's pretty cool. And then we'll load in our 3 darts, just like that. Which is pretty neat. Definitely a fun blaster, I do think, and then you can flip it closed, and that's just sweet. That's fun. So, pretty cool. It's got some unique design features that I really dig. Definitely the detailing of the shell in the mold is really cool. I love how they've put a black part, this is a black plastic part, so it's not paint. So evidently when they switch the color of the plastic, they're okay to do it on both sides. And I honestly prefer it that way because I'm sure the plastic coloring is going to last a lot longer than just paint, obviously. So that's pretty cool. So I think it's a really neat design. I wish they would have painted the Mega on this side, but you know, they're never going to do that. So, but it is a Jolt style blaster, so you'll prime down like that. And real quick while we're here, the grip is partially see-through, so you can see through it. You can see the spring in there, which is kind of neat, but the grip is still pretty comfortable. Definitely not the most comfortable grip that I've ever held, but definitely reasonably comfortable and reasonably large. So we'll go ahead and fire off a few shots. Definitely probably doesn't hit as hard as most Mega Blasters, but probably to be expected considering it is a Jolt style blaster. So I really do dig the detailing. It's really sweet. There is a small tactical rail up top, which is cool. You could put an optic on there, which would be freaking hilarious, and then break it and it'd fall down and then flip it back up. I think I may have to try that real quick. Let me find a scope and we'll have a little fun. Alright, so I went ahead and threw a modulus scope on there. I do find it interesting that Mega has never come out with any attachments for their blasters, giving that, at least scopes, giving that they do give you options to put on attachments. So unfortunately we don't have a good color match there, but that's pretty hilarious, I do think. And then there we go with the Nitron scope. That is a very sci-fi look. A little too far forward really for this scope, but you know, this is just goofing around anyway, so kind of a silly thing, but it is kind of neat. And it really does hold those attachments on well with the new system without the spring. They're on there. So with the rare yellow pinpoint sight, that's also an interesting look, but also really far forward. It probably looked pretty sweet with the Zombie Strike long shot scope, but for some reason I cannot locate one of those easily, and that's kind of just orange and gray, so that probably would match up reasonably okay. But you know, and look obviously really ridiculous, but pretty fun that you can throw a scope on there. That is pretty fun, and it is on there tight, so you have to like really hit it hard to get off, obviously. One thing I did notice is that you don't even need to push this button to break it. It can just, with some force, it'll just open. So I'm not really sure why we even need this button. I guess just for added tactics, but yeah, that is very interesting that you can do that. There is one sling point down here on the bottom, so if you can run it on a sling, which is cool. This would be something interesting to use for like an HVZ event if you can use Megas to stun special zombies, or maybe your Nerf event uses Megas to break shields. I've heard that before, so Interesting that you can sling this, kind of carry it on your hip or something on a sling as a secondary, and then pull it when you need it. So that's cool. Not probably the easiest blaster to holster, given its humongous size. So a sling is nice to have there. Yeah, I think this is a pretty sweet looking blaster. Definitely fun. And let's go ahead and take this thing and put it over the chronograph. All right, so let's put some shots with the Tri-Break over the chronograph. We're back indoors because the weather has turned south again. We had like 1.5 good days of good weather here and back to crap here in good old Indiana. So we'll go ahead and do it indoors with the lighting kit, and hopefully we get a couple good readings here. 73, 67, 66. So with that Smart AR, obviously you're going to lose a little FPS with each barrel going down there. It's kind of fun to load. This is definitely a fun blaster. 72, 70, 64, 72, 69, 63. So pretty standard performance there out of the good old Mega Tri-Break. You know, I think it's doing all right for what it is. Let's go back onto the couch and I'll give you my final opinion. All right, you guys, so the Tri-Break actually performed better FPS-wise than I expected. The ranges aren't quite as good as most Mega Blasters, but they were still pretty good. I was definitely getting over 40 feet, probably closer to 50, which is decent for a 3-shot Smart AR Jolt-style blaster. I think that's pretty good. This thing's cool. This thing is a ton of fun to use. I think it's going to be great for like around the house play. I think this is like the perfect blaster for that. Probably won't use it too often in wars unless it's going to help me out, like to break a shield or stun a special infected zombie, something like that. Then I could definitely see myself running this. I think it would be really good for that, easy to sling. But this thing's going to be a ton of fun. I know there are going to be some awesome paint jobs with this, and if I have time, maybe I'll try to do one. Maybe I'll try to do a little simple mod guide, because this thing should be very easy to modify. Just throw a different spring in. I don't know, maybe increase the seal a little bit and you should be good to go. I might do that just for fun, because that'd be a pretty quick and easy dirty mod. So with the news of AccuStrike darts coming out in Mega variety, I think that's going to be super awesome to run Mega Blasters with a more accurate dart, because really the biggest downside for me about using Megas is the lack of accuracy. They'll just dive down into the ground. They'll go off left, right. You never really know where they're going. And there's really not a good second market Mega dart that's any better. So pretty excited about the AccuStrike Megas, and hopefully we'll get some knockoff ones that'll be cheaper, because I'm sure those things will be really expensive. But I think this is a pretty neat blaster. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button. Please subscribe. And as always, peace out.